Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine and this is going to be the July reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And be sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus to get additional messages. Also keep in mind that these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I also may be describing you or the person that you're dealing with. In that case, switch the energies to how it may fit to your situation. If it fits, because again, this is general. I apologize for the readings getting out a little late. As I've mentioned on the other videos, I have a chronic condition that gets aggravated and creates a lot of pain for me when I overwork, especially my neck muscles. And sometimes sitting here doing the readings, back to back and stuff, it takes me out of the loop for a few days. But that's why that's the reason why the readings have gotten out a little late. Also check out the video on the home page if you'd like an opportunity to win a free one-question reading. I was originally going to choose from whichever video got the most likes and most comments, but even as far as how many views that there are on some videos compared to comments and likes, I didn't want anyone to miss out on an opportunity, so I'm just going to put the different names of whoever leaves comments on whatever videos I upload in the month of July, and I will pick the winner from that. So it's not specifically, one video that I will pick it from. Because again, I don't want to leave anybody out. But if you're interested in that, make sure you leave a comment on one of the videos this month. And check out the homepage for more information on that. The winner will be picked the last week in July and get the reading the first week in August. And speaking of readings, as you know, I always use my cards because each card can hold multiple meanings. And because I'm reading for many people, I try to give as much information as I can so people can pick and choose what might resonate with them. So again, I can reach more people. And it's also a way to teach you what the cards mean. So I'm not only reading, but I'm trying to teach you the meanings of the cards. Of course, you're always learning new meanings and stuff, but I wanted to teach as well as read. And I also have here a Celtic cross spread, and I'm going to go over each position. So again, it's a teaching as well as reading experience for you, because I always recommend people learn how to read tarot on their own. You can speak to your guides all the time. What we have here, of course, as I said, is the Celtic cross. If you're familiar with the Celtic cross, at the top we have the overview for the month, and this is going to be your advice. So let us see. We're starting off with time for a nap. That's sounds about good to me right now. It's been so hot, and when it's hot, you just feel like you have no energy, right? You feel like you can't even breathe. The air is so thick. 24. Time for a nap. Rest, rejuvenation, and renewal, temporary non-action, allowing dreams to arise. The Oracle's message: this is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go. Go into a state of non-action and allow yourself to be free of the shackles of your goals, your lists, your desires. Nothing is as important as rest, detachment, and neutrality. The overly busy mind can block you from inner wisdom. If you don't step back, take a seat and rest. Be willing to let dreams surface and ideas flow through you, absent any force or conscious direction, as you observe without engagement now. Relationship message: when it comes to matters of the heart, don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's good to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it a rest so that your love and connection can become rejuvenated. Prosperity message. This is a great time to take a break from your busy schedule and allow yourself the opportunity to step back. Your plans are meant to be put on ice. Your goals can wait. Dream, imagine, and let go of attachments to any outcome now. Meditate and take a holiday if you can. Things will speed up soon enough. After a break, you may want to make some changes. Epiphanies have an amazing way of arising when you take your focus off your to-do list and allow yourself to rest. Protection message. You are a human being, not a human doing. Is it possible you're suffering from workaholism? Could you be the one who thinks it's your job to save everyone, to be there for everyone, and to go, go, go until you can barely see straight? You've gone as far as you can. You've worked hard and nourished people and projects, but now you are an empty well and have no reserves for others or for yourself. Don't let your ego keep you going full speed when your body and spirit need rest. Exhaustion is calling you to stop what you're doing altogether and take a break. If you don't, the appearance of this card could portend a possible illness that stems from being totally overwhelmed. You might feel like a new person if you take that break. Do it now. So that sounds good, right? Heed the warning. And then we have here retreat, as they're reiterating, kind of just chilling out, whether you're disconnecting from the world on your own, or this is like spending time with someone, but in a relaxing way. We should be striving for that. And then we also have success, so that's good. Of course, retreat. Let's see here. The romance angels see that your love life blossoms as you spend time alone with your partner or by yourself. It appears that you've become confused or conflicted by other people's advice. It's time for you to disconnect so that you can better hear your own feelings and opinions. If you are in a partnership, spending time together apart from others will renew your commitment and take it to the next level. This could mean taking a vacation, going on a nature hike, enjoying a long drive, or turning off the phones and computer as you both enjoy a quiet afternoon at home. The painting on this card also indicates a honeymoon, which could be the literal message. So there may be a deepening of a commitment or a new serious relationship if you're currently single. This card may indicate an upcoming engagement, wedding, or renewal of vows. These activities are more meaningful as you spend time alone with your partner. If you're presently single, this card guides you to spend time by yourself, meditating upon your true feelings and thoughts. Be sure to take action based on any intuitive guidance. This strengthens your energy, which helps you rapidly attract and manifest a loving partner, or your loving partner. Then, of course, success is pretty self-explanatory, but let us read it anyway. Let's see. Congratulations, you're on the road to success. You needn't have any reservations about your situation, as it's going to work out beautifully. Part of living a successful life is taking care of yourself. It's wonderful to have many things to be grateful for, but make sure you don't wear yourself down by working too hard. Take time to enjoy peace in your life. I mean, all three of these cards speak about a need to kind of feel the breeze. Sit under the trees, listen to the birds, take a rest, relax, enjoy what you can, whatever peace you can, whether that's again alone or with another person in a nice atmosphere. Which is different from this card. This is about feeling left out in the cold. So I don't know if we're needing to spend time together because we're feeling left out in the cold. So we're needing to rekindle some things, or because we're feeling this way, overwhelmed and overstressed and, spiritually drained, financial drained. Maybe we need to just kind of chill out and reassess. Because this is your place in the situation, and what you need to realize about your innermost desires. So Obviously, we're not wanting this, because Five of Pentacles, it speaks about change. Fives are about change. So again, maybe we're wanting some kind of change. Um, Maybe we're struggling a bit right now, feeling a little overwhelmed, financially burdened again, or this could be dealing with, again, spiritual, financial, or a relationship making us feel a little less than great, but there is help available, or because again, it's just a kind of a transition period. Things will get better, so we're needing to kind of relax. Um, Again, financial strife, adversity, illness, unemployment, solitude. But help is available if you seek it, financial or emotional. Again, it speaks about loss. Greed equals loss, anxiety equals error, possessiveness equals solitude. By focusing on material, you lose sight of your spiritual development. Earthly rich and spiritually poor. It's all about karma, money, attitudes towards money. If people got financial karma, we're kind of working through that in this life, trying to get it to we're not living check to check, which is very difficult. Um, so again, we could be feeling a little less than on three different fronts, or one of the three fronts, or two of the three, however it may fit your situation. And then we're surrounded by the Hermit in the reverse. This is the conditions surrounding you. If harmonious, you have a supportive atmosphere. If negative, you're on your own. Well, the Hermit is kind of on their own, and it is upside down. So, it's again about isolation, spending time alone, but enjoying that time. It's enjoying the peace of not having to deal with anybody. If we're alone, it does give you time to kind of focus on yourself, to go within and figure out what we need to change, either in our lives, in our relationships, in regards to our money, our spiritual, whatever it is that we need to work on. Again, it's a phase of introspection, focusing inward, looking for answers within, understanding the truth and wisdom that you seek is within. Contemplation of motivations, values, and principles, soul searching, the journey of self discovery, seeking solitude from others, a need to be alone, meditation, contemplation, self reflection, looking at life with a deeper spiritual perspective. So if we're feeling a little lacking in our faith, maybe we're needing to again reconnect with our spiritual side, with our higher self, trying to gain some faith, trying to gain some perspective, doing a life check, taking a little break from the, stress and the worry here that's going on. Um, Again, it could be content with being alone, because we've got other stuff we're focusing on. The last thing you want to deal with is another person adding to the mix, right? Um, Again, it's about life paths and purpose. We're trying to figure out what it is that we want. Again, content with being alone or with those that you feel are on your level. We're not dealing with people that leave us feeling left out in the cold. And what we're challenged by or crossed by, what hinders us, is the Two of Swords. It wasn't the upright, but this is our challenge. This is an imbalance that is preventing us from achieving outcomes in positions 7 and 11. This is the near future. This is a possible outcome. So if things keep going this way, it affects these two cards here. But if we can conquer this or master this or change this, we can change the near future and the possible outcome. So obviously there is a decision, or there's some confusion. Maybe that's why we're going within, trying to figure out what's lacking in our life, what's making us feel, again, less than in some areas. Maybe we're needing to make a difficult decision. It's all about new beginnings that come from finding solutions. But, again, perhaps it's something that we don't want to look at. Um, Again, confusion, both sides of a situation that need to be addressed. There needs to be some kind of balance here within ourselves, in our life, in the different areas of our life. Avoidance only leads to greater conflict. Lacking information that we need to decide in order to, or needing to see things as they are, take the blindfold off, come to get a reality check as we're going within and figuring stuff out. Needing balance in one's intellect, or being at a stalemate where no one wins. Maybe that's what we feel like we're in, a no-win situation. It's also about perhaps making peace, with someone or about something. Having a truce come about. Um, because we got the Hierophant here at the root, and Hierophant, it could be symbolizing marriages, institutions, commitments, status quo, um, you know, if we're needing to make a difficult decision in regards to relationships that's leaving us feeling left out in the cold. Maybe we're trying to take a break, trying to figure things out, or wondering if, spending time with this person to try to see if things can be fixed, or, because again, at the root, fundamental issue. It can give you strength if it's positive. It can give you strength and security to achieve your goal. And this can be considered positive, commitment to ourselves, even our own growth, our own well-being. It's also our beliefs, our belief systems, again, status quo, our conditioning, even, because this position speaks about what you're used to or the way you were brought up, a habitual way of reacting, etc. So again, balance between the conscious and the subconscious. Talk about balance here. um, Conventional approaches to things, a need to adapt to the existing set of beliefs, systems that are in place. Again, the status quo, traditions, ritual, ceremony. Um, the retreat card did mention something about renewing of vows on marriages. So again, if we're talking about ceremonies and marriages, because we do have the Four of Wands in the reverse, we do have the Three of Pentacles over here, we do have conflict. So again, um, we could be dealing with a marriage issue. It's also about exploring one's spirituality. Again, if we're feeling like we're lacking, we might be searching for something, feeling like something's missing, or not completely happy, or feeling out of balance. And we're in contemplation mode in regards to what it is that we want to do. It's also about sacred wisdom. Again, the link to the divine. So, we might be trying to tap into our intuition. Again, what it is what's going to make us happy in the long run. So we have here in the recent past, this is what is led us to this point, or what we're kind of leaving behind. And we have the Eight of Swords, you know, which in the upright, it's about feeling trapped, you know, mentally trapped. We got a lot of swords and wands here. I mean, we have the Hierophant, the Hermit, and Death as the major arcanas. So again, there is some kind of decision here that's pretty important. Something that we're needing to really look at, you know, to make a decision about. As in the reverse, this speaks about, you know, releasing ourselves from perhaps the situation, because we're feeling trapped in something. It's also about being open to new perspectives. Again, maybe seeing things clearly, or we're needing to change our perspectives or approach, reflecting on what did or did not work in the past. Open to change and self-acceptance, a difficult time, have gone through a difficult time and are becoming more open again to change. The need to free yourself from some of the limiting factors of your past, you know, refusing to play victim, acknowledgement of one's options. Again, maybe we're trying to figure those things out. You might have some skeletons that need clearing out, allowing yourself to let go of old patterns of behaviors and belief systems. Again, we talk about status quo belief systems that have previously held you back. Now, you know, we have the Death card in the reverse here, and this is what's crowning you, and this is kind of what you should be aspiring towards. The spiritual goal that you must work towards to attain what you desire. And the flag you should carry towards your goal. Now, you know, in the reverse, this speaks about being resistant to change or unable to move on. So obviously, if this is something we're needing to do, we're needing to be not resistant to change. On the verge of major change, but resisting it, a need to let go of the past, not knowing how to make changes, still carrying harmful aspects from the past that may interfere with an opportunity for a new beginning, feeling stuck in limbo, halting your change or blocking you, a need to resolve whatever we're contemplating here, pursuing a new journey without resolving the past may lead to unintended outcomes. It's best to deal with whatever we need to deal with first. Now, this way we can allow for change, transformation, transcendence of any issues or karma or wounding, to allow healing to take place, so that we can again get clear about what makes us happy, what doesn't, what has to go, what's going to stay, how we can change, what we can do again. But it's do so in a way where you're taking some time again to kind of figure all of this out. Because in the near future, we got just still conflict. This is either conflict with between people, whoever you're dealing with, or still being conflicted within yourself. I mean, it's not the Five of Swords. This is, you know, which is more nastier conflict. This is more like petty things that can be resolved. So this is, again, what you can expect for the rest of this month. More conflict. Again, engaged in conflict or competition, petty arguments, differing beliefs, debating. Again, it's another 5. So it's about change. You got a 5 here and a 5 here. And obviously one talks about being left out in the cold, and one talks about, you know, being conflicted or having arguments. So it's time for a change, as we're kind of feeling it. Little progress, only conflict, and no value in the discussions. In the midst of conflict, being challenged on our points of view, arguing but not listening. It also could be problem solving, group brainstorming. So maybe again, if we're spending time with someone else trying to figure out what we want to do, perhaps this is what it is. But we're going back and forth. Can be a benefit to learn from our differences. Encourages enthusiastic approach to change. Current scattered energy that needs clear strategy. Again, personal struggles or conflict, either internal or external, causing tension and confusion, which is why we're got the Two of Swords here. Because this is how you should present yourself, how you should conduct yourself to achieve your goal. Do so knowing full well that there's a risk that others may misinterpret your action, especially if it's different from this position, because this is how others see you. And this is how you should be. How you should be presenting, or how you are. Knight of Cups in reverse. This is like not giving any offers, not accepting any offers, kind of not lacking commitment. This could also be getting caught up in fantasy and romanticisms of life, unrealistic, jealous, moodiness, jumps to conclusions without the facts, acts from emotions, not logic, or an initially appealing situation, romantic and exciting, but later turns into something different, left feeling disappointed. Wearing rose-colored glasses, after the honeymoon period, though, only come out realizing again the situation was different than you thought. So again, this might be how you're feeling, which is why we're conflicted and we don't know what to do. Again, feeling left out in the cold. Something's not turning out the way that you want, or it's not going to. And we're not really sure if we want to deal with a situation anymore. Everybody's in this boat. Everybody's waiting, ready for change. Some people don't even know if they want to even deal with people anymore. It's about that time, as they say. And this is how others see you, though. They see you as somebody that they want to work with. So I don't know, you might be having different opinions than the person you're with, which is why we're conflicted, or we don't know what to do, or this is how others see you in reference to the situation. This is about, again, working together, collaboration. Threes can sometimes symbolize third-party situations. I don't know if that was going on here. Because this card in the reverse also can symbolize, a player type, a Romeo type, someone who's not really faithful. But this is how you should be. So I don't think that that's what they're asking you to be. So this may not symbolize any kind of third-party action, but it is about collaborating, working together, seeing everybody's points of view, trying to come to a common ground so that we can continue to build. Encouragement to keep going, dreams that can be made real with persistence, determination, and effort. Again, knowledge, experience of others, bringing new perspectives, feedback, inspiration to manifest, feeling like you have the skills and ability to succeed, creative venture, business project, or it's just, a relationship. So again, you two might not be on the same page in regards to what you see happening here, because you're And your hopes and fears, this represents a deep-seated fear of which you may not be aware, can represent your hopes and fears about the way your life may change if you, continue on this road. It says to attain your goal, but we didn't ask a specific question. We just say what's going on in the month of July. So, we can be fearing either losing our stability. This is home life. This could be a marriage. Or we're hoping to end something. It's like, however way you look at it, especially if you're feeling like this, maybe you're hoping for things to end. Because this speaks about, again, a breakdown of a relationship or breakdown in communication, transition, broken home life, lack of harmony or breakdown in the family home, tension between people, getting caught up in drama, a period of transition and feeling tension, instability, external threats to happiness, need to move on for a time. Maybe again, this is we're needing time. Maybe some people are looking just to separate so they can kind of think and reevaluate what they want. Again, it's an upheaval, a feeling of lack of security, stability, again, our home life, not looking for a long-term relationship or a lack of commitment or a fear of commitment. So, again, we kind of might be unsure of what we want to do here. And there is some concern about how our life will change, either way. And then we have here is the outcome is the Nine of Wands, but in the reverse. So again, in the upright, it speaks about someone who's battle weary, but it seems like nobody want to put in any effort here. No one's going to want to put in. People kind of want to stop investing. It's on edge, feeling defensive, hesitant, paranoia, hesitant to make long-term commitments. Again, feeling life is all work or no play, overcome with responsibilities, lack of support, lacking resources, financial skills, time in order to deal with whatever challenge this is. Again, fear of commitment or responsibility, feeling that the responsibility might be too much, whatever it is, especially if we've been feeling left out in the cold. On edge, defensive, locked into old habits and behaviors, dwelling on past frustrations, a need to let go. Don't make any assumptions or hasty judgments. We need to lighten up, go with the flow, and release the pressures. Like I was saying, take time for a nap. Feeling under attack. So, again, whatever's gone on here has got us feeling some kind of way about this situation, and maybe we needed to, again, take July out to kind of figure stuff out. And the advice is workshops and seminars, attending and giving speeches as part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. Now, teaching and learning in the sense, if we're dealing with soulmate relationships, they are about people both being teacher and student to each other. It's a teaching and learning experience. It's about, gaining the wisdom from the experience, shedding karma, healing, and figuring out again what is in our highest and best and moving towards that. Perhaps in our downtime, we may again try to seek some, attending some workshops and seminars, maybe some self-help or some kind of spiritually based thing, something to get us kind of back in tune. So maybe investing in oneself for a bit, do some healing, do some reflecting, expand a little bit your interests, something that will kind of help you get clear or to give you some kind of spiritual lift. Oh, and then we have books. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. I mean, this kind of falls in the same thing. Self-help books, spiritual books, anything that might help you kind of gain more wisdom or introspection or knowledge in regards to yourself, spirituality, or you might be meant to be a writer of some kind. Write down your experiences, because it says you could be writing or reading or selling. Maybe you want to open up your own store. Who knows? But there's something going on here that's either asking you to read and attend or create these things here. If that could be part of your path of what maybe you're meant to do here as you're trying to figure out some life path stuff. Whatever you're trying to do, they want you to visualize success, see yourself doing well in the situation, and have faith in a positive outcome. And then sacral chakra, you are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods, and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations, and relationships. That's why they're saying time for a nap, retreat, clear your energy, get balance within yourself. Figure it out again. What's going to make you happy? What do you want? How can we better ourselves? How can we release what's got to be released? Get those chakras and get that death going. And here we talk about vegetarian and vegan. Fresh organic fruits and vegetables give you a boost of high life force energy, which elevates your spiritual frequency. So again, it's about taking care of ourselves, risking burnout, whatever it is that's got you stressed and worried. This is about you needing to take some you time, reconnecting with yourself, do some, again, healing, introspection, get yourself out there, attend a few workshops, a few classes, do some reading, or again, tap into your talents and do some stuff that might be part of your life purpose. And this is, again, changing our diet. So it's about our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being and physical. It's self-care time. And they have, you are profoundly clairvoyant. Trust what you see in your mind's eye as well as with your physical sight, for your spiritual vision helps you with healing, teaching, and guidance. As we mentioned here again, teaching and healing. Maybe you're meant to do something that is, spiritually based in nature. Maybe that's part of your path. But regardless, you're kind of being guided, or you can feel it within yourself that change needs to happen. This is time that you need to focus on yourself. Again, and do some cleaning out. And we have integrity. Align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what's right for you. Again, figuring out what we want, what's going to make us happy, what's going to make us better. And stand in your integrity and your truth. And again, and do what is best for you, and you'll have success. Indigo, the person you're inquiring about, is an indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. So again, this could be you. You may be somewhat intuitive. You may meant to do something, spiritually based, whether it's teaching yoga or giving seminars again, or whatever it is. It's you got some kind of spiritual connection that you're needing to tap into, and you're needing to be gentle with yourself and being a little bit more aware to your sensitivities, and again, not take on the weight of the world or other people's stuff. It's about, again, boundaries, self-love, self-care, so that we can, again, find our peace and our joy. And we have enthusiasm. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I'll follow. So again, figure out what you're passionate about. And then we have children. My heart is filled with love for children, which creates miracles and positive changes for them and me. Maybe you like to work with children. This also can symbolize new beginnings, or, figuring out what's within us that needs to be healed, nurturing our inner child. And then we have forgiveness. I'm willing to release old resentment so that I may enjoy my life. Again, release whatever's got to be released just for your own sake, even just forgiving yourself for not knowing better. Now you do. Forgiveness in regards to other people, that comes in time, that comes with also effort if we're staying with people. But it's asking for you to look at that and address it in whatever area that it needs to be addressed. And then we have quiet. I go into peaceful silence and I listen again. Retreat, time for a nap, quiet, the hermit. Again, we needed to take some time to get some peace. And then we have compassion. I see and feel others' points of view with forgiveness and kindness. We got, again, forgiveness. So whether that's being compassionate with ourselves, even to not be putting ourselves through all this stress and worry and unhappiness, or if we're needing to, again, be open to looking at other people's points of view if we're trying to work on something, even though it doesn't seem like we're wanting to. They're asking that you try to, again, so maybe shift our perspective a little bit on regards to a person, a situation, whatever's transpired here, and kind of see the higher message involved, and find peace within ourselves, and release what we got to release, and stand in your power. Feminine, and this could be male or female. Again, it's the energy, it's not necessarily gender, but the feminine principle is all about nurturing, care, love. The heart is open, compassion. I allow my feminine nature to shine brightly as a valuable part of my identity. So, again, we're needing to self-care, self-nurture, and be open to, as they say, needing to lighten up a bit, or lighten our load in whatever way that we can. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This is, again, like the Six of Swords, leaving the troubles of the past behind, moving on to calmer waters. We got the angel in the boat guiding you both. We got retreat with two people there. We got getting to know each other and chemistry. So, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Spiritual. Again, we could be dealing with spiritual, meaning a marriage, spiritually based relationship, as in soulmate. And kind of, again, understanding the broader picture of why things happen. What are we teaching and learning each other? How can we learn? How can we heal? How can we make it work if that's what we're trying to do? Or come to peace with whatever's happened, and moving towards whatever we feel we'll find fulfillment in. Heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So again, they're recommending some kind of conversations here, and reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Goddamn past people. Always trying to come back after they messed up. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're dealing with. Maybe it says, maybe you don't even know if you want to deal with the situation again. But maybe they're saying just, maybe we'll let things play out, or hear people, or whatever. But be aware. I always say, know what you're dealing with. Whenever if you were dealing with anybody that was, lying, cheating, narcissistic tendencies, whatever, know what you're dealing with. People talk a good game and want to come back, and they haven't changed at all. So if you are considering dealing with anybody from the past, go into it with your eyes wide open. Get all the facts, allow people to prove that they mean what they say with actions, words, and consistency. Because again, somebody can say something just because they think you want to hear it to get back in the door. They can do some grand gesture to serve an agenda just to get back in the door. But it's if over time, you see people's efforts over time. So maybe they're saying just allow time to pass and allow people to show who they are, show and prove. Because obviously somebody's coming back, or maybe somebody's trying to come back, and they're looking to have some conversations here, and we're needing to make a decision on what it is that we're wanting to do in regards to this person. Here we go. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Again, the whole relationship could have been codependent. A lot of masculines were in stuff and they were moochy. Putting it all on the female. Female had to learn, I wouldn't say female, but the feminine had to learn about having boundaries, self-love and self-respect. Don't be a doormat. Don't enable someone else in their karma. You could be supportive, but there's a difference between being supportive and enabling. Enabling is codependent, or feeling like we can fix and heal and whatever it is, and maybe we put up with stuff for longer than we should have because, again, we were lacking self-love, driving ourselves crazy, feeling left out in the cold, or whatever it is. Again, it's fear-based stuff. Hanging on to relationships that are shitty because we fear being alone, fear that rejection. It's that wound, whatever it is. Some had daddy issues, some had mommy issues, but there is codependency here. Could be even addicted to our own stinking thinking, addicted to cycles, addicted to karma, addicted to negative self-talk, or whatever it is, or somebody's got addictions. Or this is a warning to make sure that people aren't coming back in the same way they left. Check people's motives, make sure people are genuine and true. But this is something that we're needing to kind of look at. Could be, again, addicted to hanging on to the past. But again, we're dealing with any past people, and they're trying to come back in. The past needs to be discussed so we can see if people have learned, changed, grow, if they can hold themselves accountable for their actions, if they mean what they say, or if they're just trying to sweep things under the rug and slide in without having to talk and avoiding holding up the mirror and looking at their own shit. Like I said, know what you're dealing with. And don't let anybody come in and disrupt your peace. Do what you feel is best for you. Integrity up there. And then we have playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So again, regardless, find your peace. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the moment. Try to be in the moment, not in the past, not in the future. And again, kind of sit back and allow things to unfold. Allow people to do what they do so you can see what they want to do. And you get all the answers you need. And then we have here the web weaver. Synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect in the ally position, which is good. And the swan queen. Transformation, intuition, and patience, also in the ally position. So number 4. The web weaver rejoices that your creations are far-reaching and have positive effects on the many. Every action, every thought, every word and deed is woven into the web of creation. When the web weaver appears as your ally, she grants you the way to others of like mind and intention and lets you know you're not alone in your endeavors. Perhaps why they're saying maybe get out there, mingle with like-minded people. Maybe it's meant to lead you on to a certain path of a new career path or something that you're meant to do that's creative or spiritual based in nature or something, writing, whatever it is. No, but this is about you for sure. Your healing, your happiness, your growth, and fated events will happen. Soulmates will leave and then they'll come back in because they were fated to come back in. But how you deal with them the next time around is completely on you, based on how you've learned and changed and grown. And some you may decide to keep around, but it's going to be a completely different relationship. And some you might just keep it moving. It'll depend, but there might be a decision that you're needing to deal with um, here. But like I said, in the end, do what's best for you. Just when you need to make a connection, like magic, synchronicity occurs, music reverberates through the web and plays in harmony with your own. This is a sign to trust in the connectivity between all events. Magic is afoot for you. If your query is about a relationship, the web weaver gives you assurance that meaningful coincidence comes through to give you reason to hope. Potential grows into reality with care and patience. Remember that the web reaches far and wide, and you're only capable of perceiving a small part of it. Trust and pay attention to all the patterns you see play out in your life. All things will be revealed through the web. And then 13, the Swan Queen glides your way and asks that you look at your reflection in the events of your life. She gives you the ability to see the beauty that has transformed your life from ignorance to wisdom. The Swan Queen lets you know that it's time to go within and seek the answers in your own intuition. Don't look outside yourself for answers now. The true power lies reflected in the still waters within you. Now is the moment to meditate and ask for a vision. The power of psychic perception is inherent in you. You got that up there, which you're profoundly clairvoyant. And the Swan Queen will help you dive deep into your query to find the answers you seek. This is also a reminder to allow time to transform ideas into reality. Nothing happens overnight. That's what they're saying. Just kind of chill, sit back, focus on yourself. If we're dealing with any people, no rush, no pressure, no whatever. Allow people to, and what's meant to fall away will fall away again. And if what's meant to stay or what's meant to come will come. But just kind of be open to change and whatever might be coming your way. But you're wiser now, you're experienced. This new cycle, it's the test run for the new you. And how you're going to show up. And on that note, I send you love and light. I wish you healing and luck in regards to this and anything else you're going through. Please like, subscribe, and share. And leave a comment, especially if you'd like a chance to be picked for the free one-question reading. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.